Morning, dear friends. Welcome to this meditation session. Thank you for joining us today. So we'll begin straight into it, using our precious hour to sit together, and I'll offer some guidance as we go along. So please make yourselves comfortable. And how do we make ourselves comfortable? Immediately we can close the eyes and start to feel more fully, more attentively what we feel, what can be felt. And there is this body, this is our realm, this is the place of experience for us, isn't it? And we can feel it out and find a space, a position, a posture that's comfortable, that feels stable, that feels upright. And looking at most particularly over this period of time, Vedana, feelings. I'd like to offer some guidance to deepen our practice of Vedananupassana, clear seeing, attentiveness toward feeling. Where do we feel? We feel through this conduit of body, of form. What do we feel? We feel pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral feelings. So let's begin to come to this place of bare awareness. Feeling out this body. Feeling the aliveness of this form, its sensitivity, its vitality. It's constantly alert to its surroundings. Not just through seeing, which we're not doing right now, or hearing, but smell, taste, touch, feeling. In the past, our ancestors would have been very tuned in, wouldn't they, to keep this body safe in the wilderness, in nature. And we too have these abilities to feel into, don't we? Feel into situations and feel out an atmosphere of space. What gives us the sense of danger or safety? It's feeling. So it's kind of like returning to our natural state of awareness and alertness as we meditate. Always in the present. It's easier out in nature, but even here sitting in a quiet space, we can feel a sense of our surroundings externally and a sense of what's going on inside. Are they different? Can we appreciate an inside and an outside? We can investigate. How porous, how connected, how inseparable we are from that which we perceive to be outside. So breathing deep and relaxing into the mindfulness practice, this awareness that we're cultivating whenever we sit. Feeling the body, all different areas, experiences right now. We may very naturally start to become aware of the breathing, body breathing, air element, the movement, constant flow of life-giving, energy-giving air. We may like to bring in this awareness of the breath, breathing process. We may like to move the attention around the body in a systematic way to not miss any part and see what's happening in each and every part of the body. However you may find your awareness developing, let's be attentive to feeling, to know it as that, to see where it's neutral, or there's a feeling of pleasant, or a feeling that's unpleasant. And noticing our reactions to these extremes of pleasant and unpleasant. We know that so often if we feel unhappy, uncomfortable, in pain, the mind will hook onto something as the cause, something that happened, maybe in the past, or something that's happening right now, that's being said, that's being done. How easy to do this, hooking, this puncturing, this proliferating. It's very quick. But now we have the chance to recognize that all negativity comes from feeling, painful feelings that have arisen. Can we stay at home base and just feel what we feel without the stories, putting all of that aside, cultivating presence, simplicity, letting go of all the views and opinions and the stories, not to discount or dismiss them or disrespect our lives, but just to let it go. Recognizing how helpful this is to release the bubbles, the mental constructs, and just stay with this reality of changing feelings here in the body. Coming back to the source, the start, the beginning of all the sankharas, perceptions. Let's cultivate our awareness of feeling, from the tingling of the skin, surfaces, pressure of the body pressing against the mat, the chair, the ground, the touch of the air on the face, the feeling of relaxation or tension here and there, in the shoulders, the hips, the belly. Residing here. Awake to this. Often when we meditate, we're aware of a lot of what we can call neutral feelings in the body. And our task is to develop the ability to stay present, not to be distracted by anything more interesting that may come along, to enable us to really explore, become more interested in neutral feelings. And so we can open our hearts to peace, instead of the ups and downs, the drama, the agitation that we can be so used to. We get to open to the peace, stillness, tranquility. And our opportunity to grow equanimity is here, is happening. We can be very grateful for the neutral feelings, the chance to deepen into the practice. We may be aware of painful feelings, difficult to be with, hard to bear. If this is happening, we can help ourselves not to move into aversion by witnessing that movement, first of all, seeing it, knowing it, how quickly aversion arises. I don't want it. How long is it going to last? I can't stand it. Understanding aversion, and then we can bring in supports, bring in loving kindness, bring in compassion for this struggle. How amazing we can be so resourced. Even as we're struggling, there's always that opportunity to open, to bring in the Brahmaviharas, bring in the cooling, soothing energy of loving kindness, metta, compassion, karuna for this experience. And see how this makes it more sustainable. We can patiently endure. We can be gentle. We can develop a loving interest in the painful feelings. And we can explore them more deeply with the support of loving kindness and of compassion. soothing and softening, kindness. And sometimes we may be experiencing pleasant feelings. And noticing the tendency to latch onto them, want more of, miss them when they've gone, to be caught up in desire. Very quickly, this kind of response, reaction to pleasant feelings can manifest. And we can see this, we can feel the process, understanding this natural response to the pleasant. And we can support our practice, steady the mind with anicca sanya. See how quickly these feelings change. Let's see how long they last. Rather than following them, planning what we're going to get when we finish the meditation, can we focus on how swiftly the pleasant feelings come and go? Notice the cessation. We don't have to feel that we are those feelings or that we have to do anything about them at all. See how quickly the bubbles burst, coming and going, ever changing. Let's allow them to live and watch them pass away and taste the freedom as they go. The freedom that's in their wake when we're able to simply be present. So we can bring in these skillful means in relation to our experience, neutral, painful, or pleasant feelings, if there's a predominance at any time of one or the other. But above all, simply feeling, opening to Vedana throughout the body, Vedana in breathing. Let's continue to cultivate this awareness. Vedana Nupassana. Second resort, Satipatthana. Giving all our energy, our love, our vitality, all the power and strength of this chitta, this mind-heart, to the practice. So, dear friends, we can just begin to emerge from the meditation time and have a good stretch or move around as needed to give the body some ease after the 45 minutes of stillness, if needed. And this practice of cultivating awareness of feelings, it's really obviously not just for meditation time. This is our time to cultivate and deepen our practice. But of course, as we tune in more and more to the feeling tone of the body, what's happening here in the body, pleasant, painful, or neutral, we can really get a handle on the way that we react so much in life. Naturally, we're reacting, we're receiving so much, aren't we, from the world around us, from our own thoughts, our own processes, mental processes, as our karma unfolds. And it's like, can we, when there's a feeling of aversion or desire, can we be present to that? Can we come back to the actual feeling here? And the equanimity comes through then for us, doesn't it? We can be peaceful amidst the ups and downs, and we don't have to react in negative ways or follow our desires kind of slavishly. We have choice, and we can, especially with negativity, painful feeling, negative response to that, we can, temper that, we can restrain, we can, avoid going into any unskillful acting out, saying or doing anything in anger or hostility or with irritability. We can tend to, it colors, doesn't it, what comes forward, what comes out. So to be able to, just practice that degree of restraint, really, to be mindful of feelings as a given, as a not just a meditation practice, but in our day-to-day lives. And we have this calm, then we have this, we're safe, we're equanimous, and we can really operate skillfully. And our action and our speech come from, they are really right action, right speech. They come from a place of mindfulness, of awareness. So this is, there is, of course, no real distinction between our formal practice and our lives. We want to be cultivating this degree of awareness in all that we do, wherever we are. And then everything is Dharma for us. Everything's teaching us, and we're making progress on the path. We're liberating ourselves from reactivity, aren't we? We're seeing clearly every step of the way. So I really wish you all well in this process. And thank you again for being here. I'd like to